How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper. My goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading while the price is going up or down. BTC miner Rhodium faces lawsuit over $26 million in unpaid fees. Riot Platforms is suing Rhodium in over $26 million in alleged unpaid mining facility fees. This comes from their Q1 2023 financial report, saying that this is in their Whinstone Bitcoin mining facility, that they are not being paid for their hosting and servicing fees. Furthermore, they are looking for permission to terminate the contract without having to pay for any outstanding power credits upon cessation. Riot anticipates that mining companies are going to continue to struggle due to the lower price of Bitcoin, and with some of the things we're seeing, we may see a lower price of Bitcoin, especially if mining firms start going under. Because if the hash rate starts going down, then that'll negatively affect the network. Microsoft, Goldman Sachs, and other big firms back launch of financial blockchain. Financial firms like Deloitte, S&P Global, and Moody's have come together to support the launch of Canton Network, a blockchain designed to streamline financial markets Web3 tech. So this is an integration to make decentralized banking and transactions more efficient, and links these transactions on the blockchain in a synchronized way, and the goal is to lower fees and basically increase throughput, and they're seeing that crypto is actually usable for this. The Canton Network leverages a smart contract language named Damo, created by the software company Digital Asset. Financial institutions can realize the full benefit of a global blockchain network while operating within regulatory guide rails that ensure safe, sound, and fair financial systems. So this is good because it allows them to say, hey, we're compliant, and use this technology to the way that we were hoping it could be used. So onto the charts, our Bitcoin dominance is trying to push forward, RSI is trying to head up, Stochastic's trying to run up, our money flow is starting to continue to curl out though. Our VWAP isn't coming up too strong, it could start to curl here, and our momentum does want to curl bullish, but it is overall heading down still. We're not going to go on lower. Again, if you want to start seeing lower time frames on these, I could do that, just let me know. Stochastic's starting to fall on our total market cap, RSI is starting to fall. Money flow is starting to make a bearish trend, but struggling to establish and maintain that trend. Our VWAP is struggling to establish a trend. Our momentum does want to push up with that double green dot, but we're not really moving too far from it right now. So over onto Bitcoin for the daily, we are trying to get a little bit of a push up. We did try to come back into this pocket, and we did try to kind of push off this value area low. However, we're kind of glued to it right now. RSI is kind of flat, Stochastic's pretty flat, VWAP's gone pretty flat, and our money flow is pretty dead. Our momentum does want to make a green dot that could confirm, but with everything else kind of flattening out, we could see that roll over and get a red dot invalidating it right after, so I wouldn't bet everything on just a green dot, especially with this where we tried to pump and then we're starting to roll over. Stochastic's starting to fall on the 4-hour, RSI has gone pretty flat, our momentum's starting to roll over and could go back toward the bearish zone. Our money flow is still in the bearish territory. Our VWAP is heading down and about to break into the bearish zone as well. So the 4-hour, we're not looking too strong. The 2-hour, we did try to come up on our money flow into the bullish zone. However, we're starting to reject away. Our Stochastic is starting to fall, but it is trying to curl back up. Our RSI is starting to fall as well. So if we don't curl back up and get a good move up with some sort of green dot on this momentum, and our money flows start to turn course, we could continue falling from here. Our VWAP is starting to reject away, money flow is starting to reject away, so we are starting to reject. Momentum starting to come down pretty strong. The 1-hour, we are printing a manipulation X, so we could fall down. You see we got tweezer tops here on the 1-hour, and we're kind of curling away from that, so this could be a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder kind of slanted, so this could be the start of a breakdown. Our RSI is falling, Stochastic's falling, momentum's falling, money flow is in the bullish territory on the 1-hour, however it's struggling to carry over to the 2-hour and looks like it's starting to round out. VWAP did try to come up bullish, but it is starting to reject away pretty sharply, so we could see a rejection of this money flow and some further downside if that does happen. Our dominance, we do have a gap up, so we pushed up, so it's likely we could push down and fill this gap, so we do have that new gap here. So we have 3 gaps, one where we were, one above us, and one at 20k now. So over on graph, we do have a little bit of an indecision candle here. Doji candle, flashing red, flashing green, it doesn't know what it wants to be. Our stochastic's trying to run up, RSI is kind of flat, money flow is in the bearish zone. Our VWAP is heading up, our momentum is trying to come up, but it could start to curl here if we're not careful. So watch for a red dot to form. Over on the 4 hour, you see we kind of had this pattern, tried to break out, and we just consolidated. So we invalidated that ascending triangle. That's why not every pattern is guaranteed, but we do pretty much have a bull flag forming here if we drug this line sideways with the other line. So there's a bull flag. It would almost have the same breakout point, maybe a little bit shorter. So we might retest these higher wicks here, but we'll have to see if we can actually get the momentum for that breakout. Our stochastic is starting to fall, RSI is trying to go up, so those are kind of diverging away from each other. The stochastic does have strength, and the RSI could continue forward even with the stochastic in this range, as long as it's above that 30. Our momentum is starting to curl with the bearish divergence highlighting and a red dot. Our VWAP is struggling to maintain a bullish zone, so it is starting to fall and break bearish, so watch out for that, because it kind of broke bullish, then went under, and then broke bullish, kind of flopped over, so we're not really getting too much strength there. Our money flow is trying to come up though, so money flow is trying to establish a bullish trend. We'll have to see if it can break through the neutral. On the 2 hour, we rejected to break through the neutral. We are attempting to break through again. Stochastic's falling, could give bullish cross. RSI is trying to head up. Our momentum is making lower highs, even though price is kind of sticking here. So we could try to push forward, but our momentum's going to need to turn course. We have a green dot that could confirm, and our VWAP is trying to break bullishly. Over on the 1 hour, our RSI is starting to round off, stochastic's starting to round off, momentum's getting lower highs. Our money flow is in the bullish trend, however it's very weak and almost broke bearish, so watch out for a retest. And our VWAP looks like it could flop over as well. So the 1 hour is looking like it could roll over, we're not looking too strong here. Over on Anchor, we might have a bit of a bigger triangle here. Ascending triangle, that would be good because that might get us somewhere in this 2.7 range, maybe 2.6 range. Our stochastic is trying to ramp up. We'll go back to the daily though. We do have that green candle. Our money flow is falling, but is trying to turn course. VWAP is trying to make a bullish trend. Stochastic's trying to push forward. Our RSI has a green dot and is trying to move forward. And our momentum's trying to push forward, but it is looking like it could round out, so be cautious of that. We are under that value area low on our volume profile, so it is likely we could snap back and test the pocket or the pocket up here, or the value area low of our other trend that we had. Over on the 4 hour, stochastic's running wild, RSI is running up. Momentum wants to run up, VWAP is starting to lose strength. Our money flow wants to break bullish, so we'll have to see if it can actually get through and get some steam. At 2 hour, we do have a bullish trend on our money flow, so that did probably carry over from the 1 hour, so Anchor's looking a little stronger than everything else right now. Stochastic's trying to push up, RSI is trying to push up, momentum's trying to get a green dot, and our VWAP's trying to establish a bullish trend. So we are trying to push forward here, as well as we have a green dot that could signal a bullish trend is about to start. Over on the 1 hour, our stochastic's running up, RSI is kind of starting to curl away, so watch out for that. Money flow is starting to come up, our momentum wants to curl away. Our stochastic could curl, we are just around that neutral zone, so watch out for that. And our VWAP is starting to flop over, so if our VWAP doesn't start to turn course, we could see everything else start to give up some strength. Over on Anchor, We have a little bit of an inverted hammer candle that could signal that we could round. We'll have to kind of see though. Money flow is trying to come up into the bullish trend. Stochastic's trying to head up. RSI is kind of flat. Momentum's trying to come up. VWAP's pretty flat. Over on the 4 hour, we do have a reversal arrow. Our previous trend could reverse. Our previous trend was down, so we may get an uptrend. That is kind of what that's trying to signal. Our stochastic has a bearish divergence though, and it's falling. RSI looks like it could start to fall. Our momentum has a red dot that could confirm VWAP's breaking bearish, and our momentum is falling. Over on the 2 hour, our stochastic wants to make a bullish cross. Our RSI wants to curl, momentum wants to curl. Everything's looking like it wants to curl here on the 2 hour with our VWAP. Our money flow is trying to reject away though, kind of like everything else. The 1 hour money flow is been in the bearish zone and can't go bullish. Stochastic could give up strength, RSI could fall, and our momentum could fall. So the 1 hour is saying we could start to fall pretty bad here and probably hit this other support. Finally on Anchor, or on Algo, we have a little bit of the same candle. Indecision candles everywhere. Stochastic's trying to run up. RSI's flat. Money flow's trying to come up. VWAP's pretty flat, but it's in the bullish zone. Our momentum could waver away. 4 hour momentum starting to curl with a red dot. Money flow could come out. It is in the bullish zone though, so watch out if it breaks bearish. VWAP broke bearish. Stochastic's falling, and our RSI is overall starting to fall. Over on the 2 hour, our momentum's falling, but it could start to curl, so if we get a green dot, that would be good. Money flow did break bearish, so we are in a bearish trend, but we are trying to establish a new bullish trend. Our RSI is trying to push forward, and our VWAP's trying to recover as well. And finally, on the 1 hour, RSI and stochastic are starting to round, but our money flow is in the bullish trend, so if that can maintain, we may see that carry back over into the 2 hour. Our momentum wants to curl with a green dot. So we have some signals that we could press forward, but we're going to have to kind of see if we get a sharp volatile move out of nowhere, back down, and fill those lower gaps, especially the way the futures looks. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a wonderful night.